world is changing, the way we do work is changing. AI sometimes is not enough, and that's where humans come into the first place. People do not still ready to delegate everything. They've got skepticism. Sometimes it's like easier to do the work themselves or to find a freelancer to do something that's already known by them, to go some known path.
Where does Tendem play the best value, delivers the best value?
Tandem delivers value there where you as a business already ready to delegate something.
Maybe you can deep dive a little bit into what is under the hood of Tendem, what makes it confident about the output.
Sometimes by combination of AI and human, sometimes just by human. Some parts of task may be done by AI and verified by human. The users are very much different. I was really skeptical about whether human is needed in such things as marketing research. Sometimes you need to delegate this as well because it may take a lot of time and a lot of skill and knowledge. We were expecting AI to replace us a year ago already, and now we are talking that, okay, AI is not enough, we are stuck.
Hi everyone, we are back to Tendem's podcast, and today I want to welcome a very special guest, our head of Tendem. Ksenia, very welcome to the studio, and can you please give us a few sentences about yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm really thrilled to be here and very welcome you to Tendem podcast. Ksenia, thank you so much for having me today. So a couple of words about myself. I've got around 14 or maybe even 15 years of product management experience. I've done a lot of different things and I love technical stuff. I've always were interested in what's going on the tech side. I was working a lot with Claude and GPT for some time already and testing what options they've got for product managers. So in terms of my previous experience, I've got around 6 years with analytical tools and advertisement tools. That's why I'm very metrics savvy and making all my team focus on them as well. So we're not only looking on what's going on with the product, but we're trying to understand how you guys work with it and whether you're happy with it. And before joining Tandem, the last 3.5 years, I was in food tech. It was a Q-commerce business. We were building a retail SaaS platform for a multinational one. It was a really interesting and inspiring 3 years. And the last half of a year before joining Tandem, I was doing pretty similar thing in our Q-commerce business. We were doing AI transformation and I was in charge of how to change the processes inside the organization to enhance them with different AI agents we were building. Maybe
sounds like you've got plenty of experience in tech and AI, in e-commerce, SaaS, B2B, B2C, from everything I can compile. Everything. So my question to you, you joined Tandem about 3 months ago, and I still remember the day when you show up on Zoom to everyone, lots of energy coming in. I assumed something really hooked you to Tandem. Can you maybe tell me what was that one thing that sold you on joining the team?
Yeah, I believe there were two things. First of all, I was really interested in doing this AI transformation not only inside one AI plus human as well. What's important? Transformation not only inside one company, but doing it as a tool for the world. I've said that I've been in charge of AI transformation in this e-commerce business, and we've seen how much humans are important in this process because they've got knowledge, they've got skills, they can make the final decisions on the AI output. And there was nothing for me to be sold by the Toloka's team when we were talking about Tandem, because I was like, yes, that's exactly the problem. AI sometimes is not enough, and that's where humans are coming to the first place. And Toloka's got a very great and very interesting experts base. and it's like a very solid ground to start something in the combination of AI plus the humans with the skill. Another thing that totally sold me Tandem is the team and like the whole process of how we were talking to each other, how what questions were asked, and how like I felt the dynamic of the team, and I'm really happy to be here, and it's all just what I've expected and much more.
Yeah, no, totally agree. The vibe of the team is very enthusiastic, and everyone believes in what you're just mentioning, that human is still important part of the AI workflow. And we see some players in the market realizing this just now and like trying to put human in the loop as part of the process. But yes, Tandem already has this for quite some time. So I guess we can say we're ahead of the curve. Would you say?
We could be. We could be. I agree with you on this because we see this like wow moment when we talk to our clients who've tried different tasks or tried a number of tasks in one field, and they're like, yeah, now I get it. Now I get it. I see the value. And there are still a lot of people who are struggling with what task to give to Tandem, how to delegate, and that's maybe the most important thing is that like the world is changing, the way we do work is changing, like in I guess in all the fields in IT and marketing and some like creation, but people do not still ready to delegate everything. They've got some skepticism. Sometimes it's like easier to do the work themselves or to find a freelancer to do something that's like already known by them, to go some known path. And Tandem is something new, and you need to like change your processes, change the way you think, and that's where we need to help them. That's where the product got a lot of work to be done to be more self-explanatory, more transparent, more helping how to delegate these tasks. That's our opportunity to like change it altogether.
You've mentioned a few players, let's say alternatives, that are already on the market. The first one, users can still do themselves, right? Iterate a lot just with AI tools. On the other hand, there are freelance market and hiring a team or just outsourcing it to the agency. Full human circle, right? And the way you explained is that Tandem sits somewhere in the middle. I want to understand from your point of view, a typical user, should they replace both of these workflows, or there is some smoother way to integrate Tandem in the business day, in a typical process, you know, when you already have lots of subscriptions and you might be working with someone, but like, where does Tandem play the best value and delivers the best value?
First of all, Tandem delivers value there where you as a business already ready to delegate something. If you're doing something in-house and you've got like the whole team, this transformation may be more difficult. But if you are like, maybe the first step is to think of what work does not make you thrilled, but you have to do it a lot, and maybe your team has such work, and that's like the first thing is to understand what to delegate to Tandem. Another thing is to step back and think how much money you spend for some alternatives, because Tandem is not here to like replace everything, like Claude or ChatGPT, Slack, I don't know, Jira will stay there with us. It's like tools we use, and Tandem here is to, we strongly believe, is designed to lower like the pressure of all this things you have to think about, all these tools you have to buy or subscribe to or try. Like Tandem, when we're speaking about some, I don't know, design tools, copywriting tools, marketing tools, research bases or research tools, whatever, it's all the work that can be delegated to freelancers or to some agencies, or you do yourself like the final step of verification. Everything can be delegated to Tandem, and Tandem here is to lower the pressure of this cost you have to control each month to have a lot of tools for doing a lot of work work, a lot of like mental capacity you and your team needs to think about, to adopt new tools, to find something new, something better, something that's still that's popped up to the market and states that it's the best tool for something new. Tendem is here for you not to bother of these things, to delegate your work, to have the expected quality of results, and we are here to help you and to find new ways and new domains we can do the work for you.
And you just mentioned something about the quality that Tendem is not just doing the work for you, but it's doing this at some standard that will really satisfy you as the final outcome, so you don't need to redo it many times. So maybe you can deep dive a little bit into what is under the hood of Tendem, what makes it confident about the output.
We do a lot to ensure our confidence and to ensure quality that is expected by our client. So first of all, Tendem is trying to negotiate a contract. Tendem asks a lot of questions to narrow the job, to understand what client really needs to be done. And it's like the first place to know what kinds of experts are needed, what kinds of AI tools, because like we've got a variety of them connected to Tendem, what should be used. It's the first thing. And we are like talking to the client saying, okay, we'll do this, this, and that. Here will be this outcome. Here will be this outcome. Is it what you're expecting? And some like proof points. Then we've got like the task is being done, sometimes by combination of AI and human, sometimes just by human. Some parts of task may be done by AI and verified by human. And then we've got two more layers of quality control. First of all, we've got what is called internally LLM QA, or it's also called on the market LLM as a judge. So it's a real critic loop where another specially trained model comes and checks the result, checks the train of thought of our orchestrator, of the AI tools, understanding whether the quality standards of this judge were met. Another layer of quality is the human QA. For expert's job, we also ask another expert skilled in this particular field to check the results and to give their verdict. And if the verdict is not okay, then unfortunately your task will take a little bit more time, but we'll do the redo like internally in this quality loop, because I've mentioned that the trust and the delegation of work is not very common right now. Delegation of work to tools like Tendem, like there's not a lot of such tools, and we have to build this market. We have to educate our audience, and we have to provide them the best quality. So all we can do is to make as many quality checks as we can with what we've got in terms of technologies and experts.
Yeah, no, totally agree that the market is still pretty cold, I would say, as a marketer. And there is still lots of explanation that needs to be done and to convey the message why having human in the loop is the way to improve the efficiency of your workflows. It's not like replacing the agencies, the freelancers, the just AI. It's just like one another way to do some tasks, maybe not all tasks, but some tasks are really get done better, faster, cheaper with tools like Tendem. And my question to you would be, in these 3 months that you're part of Tendem and leading it and building all the amazing features, you're also very obsessed with numbers, with research, with understanding the audiences and our users. What maybe are the most interesting insights that you've uncovered about the users that are coming to Tendem?
There are a couple of things. First of all, the users are very much different. We've got a lot of really different people, like founders of startups or founders of some bigger companies. We've got some very specialized on something firms, for instance, in advertisement industries. We've got users like who are researchers or doing some dissertation and need some help from our experts in this or that field, I don't know, economics or physics or whatever. But in terms of like the thing that I was not expecting, I was really skeptical about whether human is needed in such things as marketing research, because like marketing research is about getting all the information on the available. That's what I thought. Getting it, structuring it, looking at it, and making some like decisions based on it. However, I didn't understand that when I was doing it, I was the human to make these decisions and to decide what's important, what's not. But for some fields, sometimes you need to delegate this as well, because it may take a lot of time and a lot of like skill and knowledge. And I've talked to a couple of people from our users, and one of them was from medical tech startup, and he was like, oh wow, Tendem actually helped me a lot, because we've got a very like emerging field of medical research, and you're experts, and we do have some really skilled experts in medicine as well. They were checking the results of what AI found, and they were like giving their judgment that helped to focus on what's really important in terms of like emerging players in the market and what they should just leave, and it's like some marketing perspective, and there is no product yet. And I was like, wow, I was so much wrong. They really help even here. And
so there are some surprises that coming in even to you, right? As a product lead, as a head of Tendem, like the audience educates you about like the use cases. Yeah,
this is really inspiring, and this is really like eye-opening sometimes.
Yeah, and I guess lots of these answers, they live in the data, in all these dashboards that the analytical team is building relentlessly. And I wonder, what is your go-to number or numbers that make sense for you, like to check every morning and to tell the team, hey, we're on the right track?
Yeah, I've got a lot of numbers, but I'll be talking now about something different, because it's really inspiring for me to start my morning with looking at what types of tasks were sent to execution in Tandem, or were just like prepared to be sent to execution, because it's always like when developing something, when building something, you always have to see what's on the mind of your clients, to get some inspiration, to understand where they can be stuck in this or that scenario. Because right now, like Tandem can be looking as a tool for like every task, for everything, but we are investigating deeply what's being delegated and how it works, also in terms of those QA layers I was talking about previously, and in terms of how our orchestration, our agent of task definition is working. And these things help us to think not only of like the common flow, but for dedicated flows for some industries. And sometimes it's really inspiring to like think of what people try to do with Tandem, or what people succeed to do with Tandem. So yeah, my answer here is the report where our task classifier shows what's on the plate right now, what our clients are willing to do.
Yeah, and that probably inspires the product roadmap and gives you the direction of what the next most valuable features to add. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about like the things that you've introduced over the last 3 months, or thinking to introduce. Like, what do you think Tandem really would benefit from?
It's some strategy, I would say. We've introduced maybe the most thrilling and interesting thing we've introduced in the last 3 months, let alone all the interface improvements and like onboardings and whatever. What's really like important in terms of like, we do believe game changing, is the orchestration version 2. Orchestrator is our agent that's meeting the client, asking questions, understanding how to split what should be done, negotiating the contract, making alignments with clients, estimating the price, understanding what work shall be done inside. And this version 2 adds actually a lot of flexibility and a lot of transparency, because right now our agent can delegate even one task to different executors, understanding what specific skills are needed. And by executors, I still mean as well as AI tools, some special tools for doing some special job, and or some LLM models that could be different models that are better for this or that tasks, and we've got like a range of them to use, and as well as skilled experts. So for instance, to create a nice presentation, there could be used copywriters from the dedicated countries with dedicated with knowledge of the needed language, as well as some designers, as well as some like presentation specialists who can build this, wrap up everything and make it like perfect with the brand look and feel and whatever. So that's like the beauty of orchestration, is that you can always see what your clients are talking about or where they're stuck and improve this bit by bit. And in terms of the future, we understand that I've already was mentioning this problem that it's difficult for people to delegate tasks, just to formulate what work to bring us, what jobs to bring us. And we are thinking about, we call it internally errands. So it's something like some train of tasks or some flow or just one task that's repeatably needed with some expected results for expected costs. And that's how we're thinking about the future. So Tandem needs to be like a man of many errands, and each business can define which errands are needed for them to be done, what jobs should be repeatable, what jobs are just like accidental. And what's more important, we've introduced recently the memory. So right now our agent knowing more about your business, like just what you're sharing, but if you're sharing some context inside the task, we can understand who are you, what do you need, what do you like, what's your tone of voice or whatever. And this also should help to become like your personal business assistant in some field or in several fields, if you would love to delegate more to Tandem. That's our way to like move forward to the audience, to talk to them, to understand what's happening, especially with our agents and tools.
That's amazing. It sounds like the product is evolving in direction to be much more user-friendly for a user, like taking all the hustle of thinking how to submit a task and taking away the pain of like formulating the correct prompt that has everything. But actually the agent is helping to make the brief and put all the right details and collect all this context and store it. So actually it really becomes, as you say, a very reliable business assistant. But I wonder if this, would say, non-techie audience that is like less prone to like digging in is the only audience that would benefit from Tandem, or there is a possibility that tech people also could use Tandem in some way or another?
I do believe tech people can also use Tandem. Right now, to be honest, we're not like doing as much as we could for them. So first of all, tech people can delegate some tech tasks. We've got even some coding workforce that can do the job for you, or who can create a website or a prototype of a web app out of mobile app out of some designs, and you can even or you can solve some technical problems together with Tandem as well, providing some information. But what's more important that right now a lot of coding is about vibe coding or agent building or creating something with AI, and what Tandem can provide here for sure is some quality control or some extra help for these agents. So I guess but I'll talk about it right now to our audience that we've got MCP and Tandem is available. Delegation to human experts we've got in Tandem and Toloka is available via MCP, so you can make a tool calling in your agent and like delegate the task through this agent for your customers to get the better results or to make some job done by our experts inside your agentic flow. You do not need to move your customer to Tendem. You just call Tendem, get the pricing, get the work done, and like wrap up everything inside your agent. You do not need to like brand it powered by Tendem, but that would be nice, of course. Another thing is Toloka does a lot of projects around improving how AI works, how agent works. There's a lot of like very much tech savvy stuff like LLMs fine tuning, some testing different models, doing evals and whatnot. And what's important here, if you as an agent builder need some like extra judgment or a human QA to have a look at how your like technical human QA who can have a look at how your agent is working, you can provide some logs or some traces of trajectories of how your agent is thinking about solving a task placed. You can also add this as like we call it human QA layer to your agentic flows. Your customers may not need to see it, but you'll get better quality and you can improve your agent and win the competition with other guys, because like you do have this human QA and you do not need to have them on your team. We're here to help you.
No, that sounds like really that the team is doing the utmost to provide different use cases and different ways of integrating Tendem into your normal workflow. And I wonder, maybe I could bring the example of your own business day. Do you use Tendem at your task? So what would be like the top example that comes to your mind that you submitted and it was like, wow.
Yeah, of course. I do make a lot of competitive researches and marketing researches with Tendem because like there's a lot is happening in the AI landscape, and like no mailing lists or no I don't know channels somewhere can help you to extract the needed information. And as soon as I've got some question like to the market, what's happening in some field, I'm trying to narrow the request, and I'm going to Tendem to see the landscape and to see what I was missing, because usually I've got a couple of names in my head, but Tendem brings a lot more. Sometimes I'm searching for some contacts to talk to or to find some potential ICPs. We would love to offer something to them. Plus, in the marketing and communication fields, sometimes for internal speaking, sometimes for external communication, I do use Tendem for creating some copies, meaning like some texts for blog posts or for some outreaches. And actually, this is funny because even during these 3 months, I see like step by step more and more people inside company having these aha moments and like, oh wow, I used Tendem for this is nice. Or they're coming to me first and they ask, Ksenia, can we do this with Tendem? I was like, okay, let you try, you share with me your feedback and we'll see what we can do. Sometimes they say, oh wow, it did, this is great, I didn't know I can do it. Sometimes they say, this is nice, but here and here, please fix this, improve this, here was something else. Thank you so much, we'll work on it. So it's great how this like Tendem transformation is happening even with us, and it's a very interesting inflow of ideas of what can be done and what can be also packaged as these errands for the market, starting even with our own errands.
No, that's totally true. It must be really inspiring and exciting and exhilarating to build a product that actually can improve your own output, right? As an expert, as a professional in your field, and you're building the tool that is extending your capabilities. I do want to ask you maybe what else keeps you on your toes, like what inspires you to know the trends in product and like where the market is moving. like what Ksenia's way of staying inspired is like?
Oh my God, what a great question. I guess it's a mix of some things. It's talking to our current clients. It's following some bold guys on the market and seeing what are they doing. It's about following some like normies, as we can say, normies in AI field, some like regular people who are working for a long time with AI. I'm actually a heavy Claude user, and I see a pretty easy distinction between Tandem and Claude, like in my work, and I try to tell the world about it as well, because like Claude is where I need to do some work and I want to like be hands-on with it, and Tandem is about like delegating something and knowing that the result will be nice and lowering the amount of my own involvement. So returning to the previous question, like what's happening with Claude and GPT and what's people talking about it is also really inspiring and interesting, and sometimes you're like, oh, okay, we can also do that. For instance, Claude Design is really great way of thinking on how you can work with your design tasks and with your I don't know, for instance, brand identity, how to retain the context, how to work with this memory about the business, the client, and whatever. So it's sometimes everywhere. Sometimes it's just, I don't know, having a dinner with friends and talking on what's on their minds and having some ideas on how to improve their lives, or to think of, okay, there is no solution for this yet, this is interesting, what can be done.
No, that's it. It's like everyone is now talking about AI, whether it's like just daily conversations or work conversations. Everyone has some opinion or vision or like predictions about where we are heading, what's going to happen to all of us. I wonder if you have any sort of like, let's say, professional ambition for Tandem in terms of like 2 years from now. Like, where would you want Tandem to be?
Of course, I want Tandem to be a growing and ever-changing product and business, because we are in such a field that will be, I do believe, will be changing at least several more years in the future, maybe 5, maybe more. Because we were expecting AI to replace us a year ago already, and now we are talking that, okay, AI is not enough, we're stuck. And here's maybe the beauty of it. The beauty of Tandem is that because it's always about finding the best combination of using the knowledge from the client, using the skills we've got with our experts, using the current power of AI, and what's most important, we have to be ever-changing, and we have to listen closely to the people that are with us already, to our clients. I totally see Tandem as a business tool. It would be really great to have a customer niche who use Tandem as personal assistant, but I do believe I've got an ambition to make Tandem a business assistant first, to delegate some, maybe even some fields that are not like your core business, some operational stuff, some marketing operational stuff where you need to create something like the brand identity is yours, of course, as a business, but all the rest, all the work around it, and all the like creating posts, content, working with the data and whatever can be done by Tandem. So Tandem is here to help you to automate something, to enhance something, to verify something, to by the way, what's important in terms of verification. It would be great to see Tandem, and we are seeing it actually right now, it may be half a year, not like 2 years ahead of us, that Tandem can be this quality judge and quality improver for different fields. We've got right now several clients who are trying Tandem as a tool for improvement and verification of the work they're doing. So like they're creating something, for instance, some content, and for like to sell this content for their clients. and they use our power of humans. And they're like actually very happy with the power of our humans because they say, oh, they're not like low qualified, but they've got real degrees, real skills. They're really vetted experts in some different fields. I don't know, for instance, in video production or in translation, like professional translation of something, or marketing skills. And Tandem becomes here this like quality control line and quality enabler. And it would be nice at some point to have, I don't know, like verified by Tandem. This work was like verified, and it's a good one. Maybe that's our future. We'll see. But at least we see traction here, and it's really inspiring. Sometimes it's tiring, but mostly it's inspiring to be a bit ahead of market, as you've said, and like trying to build this field, trying to educate both the competition, the experts, ourselves, and our clients.
That's the beauty of having some hope that, yes, AI will not be just the only way of doing things, and there is still a place for a human to apply the expertise, the intelligence,
of course,
and to deliver the great work, and like to bring the very human capabilities that AI, I believe, will not have, even in the terms of like a few years from now. Well, I think this was like a great conversation. I don't know how you feel about unpacking so much about product. I hope I didn't poke too deep.
No. I guess it's good, and it's about like everything depends on what will be going on with the technologies, what will be going on with the market. So we're trying to use different hypotheses to test them, to move forwards, and to be lean and flexible here.
Thank you so much, Ksenia, for joining. It was a genuinely amazing conversation. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.